Most people think of history as the kind of subject where it's pointless, it's an easy A, and I used to think that before your class because I wasn't really interested in anything about learning in history besides about like the Vietnam War and World War II. And then I started getting more into history after your class because everything just seemed more interesting because of the way you explained it. It just made things easier to comprehend, and it was just easier to learn.
Is it done?
Can I photo vomit?
What are some stereotypes that you've found in the past or present with history teachers in your day?
Being kind of awkward.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Anything else?
Kind of mean, stern.
Stern. Okay. Would you generally say that they tend to be coaches, boring, just talk about facts, things like that? Okay. Well, how would you compare that to your brief experience this year in your world history class?
Well, you like more full-on activities and don't like statistics as much.
Okay. So is there any particular activity that comes to mind that you did where you felt like you related more to today and it wasn't just about people that were dead from the past?
The food.
Food one?
Yeah.
Okay. So you excited for next week then to eat some food?
I'm Jessica.
So what are some stereotypes that you've had in the past and or hear from others about history teachers?
That they're boring, or that it's an easy A type of thing.
Okay. In your experience, have you had many of those teachers that fit that bill?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost all of mine.
Well, almost all of yours. How would you classify Mr. Medley's history class?
He's a lot more energetic, so he, I guess, brings the history class to life.
I'm Ian Vreeland, and this year we did pretty interesting things in history. First of all, in our auditorium we practiced trench warfare, which was interesting. Usually we do paperwork, and we watch videos and stuff like that, which is also fun. But I like doing the in-depth things in history. Miss Cooney, she also threw like stuffed beanies around, and we got to catch them and say what our opinion was, and we had to film other people and see what their opinion was. That was pretty cool. But overall, history this year was really fun.
What about Miss Cooney's class? What have you guys done that has been?
In Miss Cooney's class, we just got done talking about World War II and the Holocaust and everything, and today we just did a thing about the people that were in concentration camps and what happened to them, what their background was, what they were before, the age they were when they died in the concentration camps.
Did that make him more relatable to you and make him more of seem like an actual person instead of a number? Okay.
Yeah.
And what about Mr. Medley's class?
Mr. Medley's class, we did a bunch of different activities. A dream activity.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about a dream that we had the night before, or one that we can always remember. Mm-hmm. And it was a lot of fun.
General stereotypes that you have of history teachers that you've had in the past or that you hear from other people?
That they're just boring.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Anything else?
They just basically do what's out of the book and don't really care.
Okay. So in your experience this year, have you, in Mr. Medley's class, how would you compare that to what your stereotypes were coming in?
Well, in his class we did more stuff hands-on and stuff, and we learned better. We did more games to help us learn, and it wasn't just bookwork. It was more discussions and stuff to actually help us learn more.
The worksheets that she gives us are more interactive than look in the book and do it yourself. So that's what I like about history.
Okay.
Intern teacher, yeah.
And what are some stereotypes that you've came across getting into this profession?
That history teachers are boring and monotone in lecture, and then you get tested on the lecture.
So how have you tried to combat that stereotype in your own class?
We do more creative, hands-on type of activities. They do take notes from basic lectures, and then they might create something or draw something or compose a song.
So I've heard about your rap battles. How does that work?
They are assigned a specific part of the unit, and they have to create a rap to perform in front of their class, where they are allowed to call out another group to also perform a rap.
And do you think that's worked out well for your kids, if they like it?
I think it has a little bit. They enjoy the rapping battle part, but sometimes the content is lost.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm a student in Mrs. Cooney's class, and some people think that history is boring and that it's just stuff that happened in the past. Well, history kind of makes up what present is today. Some history teachers go from the book, flip open a page, you read it, read about it, do a test on it, there you go. But she's done several things like projects, getting students into class, getting them up and talking, and getting us involved with history so we learn more about it. And it's really helped us, and it helped us learn about what's going to happen, what's already happened, and what's happening right now.